my email. I mean,
Yeah.
it should be there in. Anyway, sometime later, Rohan, I'd like to contact you on module 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, because
Kojak, we will all contact him on module 4. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, sure. Yeah. I'm more than
Please
happy.
let me in.
Yeah.
We're all applying for beta testing
Yeah.
with Rohan.
no, honestly, I mean, honestly, I don't think module 4 is. I mean, the only thing which is, I mean, I went through it. I think difficult is actually just implementing the environment. As far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned,
Okay. Okay.
the concepts are not, that difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. And also like try doing it on the Google Collab only, right? Like so you just need a browser. You don't need to download Python on your file computer.
Yeah, no. The point is that I've been fooling around with CatCat for some time, so I've kind of messed up my environment.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I know what you're saying. Okay, I'll do it.
During the holidays, I did some AI stuff with Google Collab, so I could like get a better feel for it, and at the same time have fun because I'm a creator,
Yeah.
so for me fun is definitely a little bit different than probably for engineers. And it was really fun, like playing around with it and not feeling like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing because of like the 2 sessions that you did on this, Rohan. I felt like more or less confident. I was like, oh, this is compiling that part. Oh, this is what's happening now. Oh, this is the connection to the Google Drive. I was like, at least I was understanding what was happening. That made me feel like so much more comfortable than before.
Yeah.
Before I was like, I opened these Google Collab files and I was like, I don't know.
What is
This
this
like
thing?
really
Yeah.
scary, And now I was feeling okay with it. And I made a video with it, which looks horrible, by the way. But I made a video with it,
No, you showed me. It was really cool. The animated thing, right?
It
Like
looks weird. It looks like so all over the
yeah, it
place.
looks odd, but it's
You like it?
Stella, what exactly are you talking about? I mean, what AI are you talking about? Which
Wait, I can actually show you guys if you want to.
yeah, it was like a 3D model something. Yeah.
Yeah, wait. I actually saved this to because everything is on Milanote.
Yeah.
My goodness, they should really start paying me for promoting their product all the time.
It's a great product though.
So
It's like exactly in the middle of like Notion and Meetup, the Miro, like kind of in the middle of those two.
yes, it is very much in the middle of those. So I also tried this. This worked out really poorly, but the one that we were talking about just now, that's the video. And it's like essentially running Stable Diffusion through your own Google Collab, right? That's what this is. And instead of just like outputting image files, it puts out to like a ton of more parameters. It puts out like a full video, right? And so if you guys want, I can send you both, right? But I think just make a copy of the original one, which came from this YouTube video.
Right.
And just try it out. It was absolutely fun and helped me definitely to understand better how to work with Google Collab. So
can you just post? Can we just post a link in
I
the?
just did in the Visual Learners study group. Just posted the link.
Okay.
In
That's good.
the YouTube description is the original Google Collab file that you can just make a copy of, and then the same as Rohan showed us. And then honestly, it's pretty self-explaining, but just in case you need the video, it's a good helper if you're lost in the file. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was suggesting Google Colab all along, because what Kojak is saying is what happens. Like when you download a version of Python or you download some libraries, they download in the main system that you have. And basically, if you want to make a new project with a different version of Python or a different version of some libraries, it's just very hard to understand how can I, like use a different version for this code, but the old version for the other code. Like that's what gets messed up if you don't do it right when you download on your system. But Google Colab just handles it for you, so it's much easier.
Yeah, but the thing is that ultimately I want to straighten out my environment because I want to get into CAD and machinations. This thing.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why I wanted to talk to you directly.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to it. Yeah. I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we should wait or should we just start? And because I'm recording anyway, so if someone is missing out on this, they can catch up through the recording. Should we just start?
Yeah, I think we should get started anyway because.
Okay.
Well, let's start, I think.
Let's do it because we're so eager. Even in 2023, we're like, my goodness. Okay, so welcome to the first session. 2023. Okay.
Yeah.
Celebration. Okay. So I don't think we need to introduce ourselves because I think that's been done so many times before, and also everyone in the group here has been with us like since the beginning, essentially. So we wanted to get to two things, and I think this also solves Lutra and my problem about finishing chapter 3 finally, which is like let's discuss like just a short summary of module 3, right? Everything we've learned. And then getting actually into the Google Sheet that Florent put together and just going through the questions. I did a little bit of that with Rohan the other day because of the math, because I need to find a system. So my biggest problem right now is not being able to put the words into formulas. Like I have a huge problem translating that, right? And so we were doing some of these exercises together. That helped a ton. So we might do some more embarrassing exercise solving shit today. So good for me. No one's gonna hire me after that. You know that, right? I cannot do math. Okay, what kind of token engineer is that? But yeah, that is something I have to live with. Okay, cool. And yeah, exam questions. That's kind of it. And then we will discuss quickly how we go on from there, which, essentially is just popping into chapter 4 and starting, working ourselves through the first few chapters, revisiting obviously the sessions that Rohan did on Python for beginners. So just so you know, I had a very enlightening moment when I put up those videos. So the sessions that Ronan did for Python beginners, I hashtagged them in the title. So unmistakably, you will be able to find them on my YouTube channel. They are hashtagged Python beginners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to skip that. Also, hi Lakshman. But also we know you know us, so no need. Okay.
And Happy New Year to you, yeah?
Yeah, Happy New Year. Okay, summary. You want to take it away, Rohan?
Yeah. I'm so sorry I didn't fill it up with more comments, but I just wanted to go through a basic summary since we've taken this break. We might as well just have a rough idea as to what module 3 was about. So initially, I think they went through a fairy tale where we went through a story of how how markets kind of form and why they are needed in some sense. So if we remove the fairy tale about what the meat of the substance in that in the module was that initially if you want to trade, if you have some object and you want to trade let's not call it object, but whatever, you have some item and you want to trade it with someone else with another item, it's very hard to figure out to do a couple of things. One is price discovery, how much of my one item is worth the other person's other item, or it's very hard to figure out who to sell it to if there are only few people who have these items. So there are a couple of things that in general, if you're just dealing with people, it becomes very hard, and that's why markets really come in and help us. And traditionally we started off with order books, where you have one centralized system where you have someone who takes care of all the bids that people put in, that hey, I want to sell it for this much, I want to buy it for this much, or whatever, and they just match people who's buying and selling prices kind of match. Then we automated that, but I think what's interesting to us in Web3 is like when we move to automating those markets completely, where we, instead of having a centralized body that has um, handles these order books, instead we end up having systems like these constant sum market makers or constant product market makers or different curves that we can choose in order to have the properties that we want in the market, where you're instead of finding a person to sell the item to, you sell it to the market itself, and that curve decides the price. So it depends on, depending on two items that are there on the pool, X and Y, let's say. If there's more X and less Y, then price of Y goes up. Like whatever's it's demand supply basically, and the curve decides it, and that's why the curve that we decide, and that's where like constant sum and constant product come in. Where like constant sum, the property seems to be like when you look at a straight line, you see that the price stays the same no matter where the price being the slope always. Slope at the point where you are on the curve is the price, and that stays the same no matter where you are because the slope of a line is the same. But if you create a different curve like the constant product market maker, which is like a hyperbola, you end up seeing different properties, which are that hey, price increases if the item decreases in the pool. So that's where we start moving into mathematical descriptions of these systems, how we can create these bonding curves or curves that have the properties that we want in the real world of demand and supply. And then we learned, then we moved on to like learn about metrics and KPIs and slippage and impermanent loss. Because the second you have these curves, you also have certain properties that come with it, and slippage and impermanent loss is something that you have to deal with if you have a curve like constant product market maker. So I think we went into the definitions of those. We went into mathematically understanding how we can have metrics and KPIs, and yeah, and that's why like now we are like we this is the basic summary of what we've done so far. And what's the next slide? Are we going for questions? What are we doing?
Questions first?
You're muted.
Oh, wait, no.
So I think it's fine up to this point.
Yeah. I also don't have, I think I don't have specific questions. My questions really rise with the exam questions.
Yes.
The exam questions provoke more questions.
Yeah.
That is, I think, the current issue. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the link for now.
Yeah.
By the way, this sheet, let me actually. I think I already. It is already on the presentation slides, right?
Okay.
But I figure I still put it.
Is it on Notion or is it somewhere else?
It will be on Notion, but I think for now it's just a check in the chat. You can actually.
Okay.
I'll add it in the Notion notes, yeah.
Yeah. Why is it
No,
thing?
is it the same? I mean, is it the same thing as what Florent gave?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same thing, exactly. And those are all the potential questions that we can encounter when doing. So it's 34 different questions that we better know the answers to. So
Yeah.
and I was thinking when I was going through it with Rohan that probably we should also mark the questions that we really have difficulties with, right?
No,
Yeah.
just one second. Do you know the correct answers to all?
I mean, I've solved it, so I know my answers, and they were right.
And
Maybe the most important thing.
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
okay.
Yeah, Kojak?
No. The thing is, so I mean, have you got the answers to all 34?
Oh, that way, no. I mean, I've not marked it. I had actually just solved it, so I don't have it like saved anywhere.
No. I'm not asking you for the solutions, but what I'm saying is that have you attempted all 34?
No, you don't get all 34 when you're doing it. You're getting, I think, a little bit less.
25.
Like 25, I think, yeah, something like this. And then, you know, some are... So there are some questions that Rohan didn't solve because he didn't get them.
Yeah.
That's
But-
what That's what I wanted to ask you, because I've also attempted all 34, and there were some I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay, so
this is what
yeah,
I meant.
if you have
Like,
this-
we should.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
just referring to what I was saying earlier. This is why we should really mark the questions that are giving us collectively trouble and go with them to Andrew and ask him to do a session on it in his office hours. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, is that necessary? Because I think anyway, which are the questions which you found problematic? Maybe what you found problem. I mean, what I find problematic, you may not find.
Yeah, so if we collectively have similar ones, we can actually raise it up with Andrew. But
Yeah.
I think because Stella has some issues with the math in certain places, so that's where I think Andrew will be able to help the most, because he'll be able to explain it like from a ground up, like how these concepts build up. Otherwise, I didn't have an issue. If you like know algebra and like know how to manipulate these equations, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Then so how? Okay. So how do we proceed now?
Yeah, so wherever Stella had issues, we can start. So at least I realized when I was working with Stella yesterday, like on some of these questions, I realized if we can just develop a methodology for like her and other people who are stuck here, it'll be really nice. Like, because I think like for engineers especially, like we have dealt with questions like this so often that we just have a set procedure like how to do it. But I think to explicitly explain it to her would really help other people too, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I'm basically an economist, not too different from. I mean,
Engineer.
yeah, as engineering, because we do the same amount of maths, probably a little
Yeah.
more maybe for the sake. And
Yeah.
is it okay if I ask some specific clarifications here?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
That's the whole session. And it's a small group, so we can do this, yeah.
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 So-
Yeah. This particular, there was a, a polynomial one, it powers to 3 and powers to x raised to 2. 1 second.
Oh, x square plus y square is equal to k.
Yeah.
The circle equation, yeah. What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like can we find that question, Stella?
Yeah. I hope so. Let me, because I don't know how to do.
Yeah,
squared.
yeah.
This one,
Weighted
right?
constant product.
Is this it?
No, yeah. One minute. Yeah, I mean the methodology is straight, but some of the other I don't seem to be getting the answer.
Can we do it in Desmos? Would that help?
Yeah, it could help. Comes in trades 5 of x. Yeah. We should put this on the Mila node first, and I think.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's embarrass me a little bit. Sure. Here. This is what we've been doing.
Yeah. So the thing that I realized yesterday, the best approach to all of this seems to be like first write down all the variables that are given to us and not given to us. Like for example, in every set of these questions in module 3, there seems to be like there are 2 tokens. We are basically dealing with 2 token systems. So there's x and y. Then there's a constant product. So there's k, or like some kind of invariant. Oh, Kojak left.
What?
yeah.
You left?
So if we go through the same the way we did it, Stella, yesterday, like just list down all of the things that are given and not given, the thing we have to find and things that we don't have. So yeah, that like the whole list, right? Like x, y.
Okay, so we know x squared times y cubed equals k, okay? That's
No,
something.
I'm saying don't even go there right now. Just write all the variables that we need, like x, y, delta x, like in a straight line, like column.
X, Y, we need
K, maybe, yeah.
k, maybe, okay.
And delta x, delta y.
Delta x and delta y.
And then final x's and y's. So x maybe x2 and y2 or something, right? So that's after the trade has happened, what the final situation. So here again for everybody, I'm just clarifying that what we are doing is we are listing down every variable mathematically that we would need in an equation in solutions like in problems like these. Where you need the initial x value, you need the initial y value, you need maybe the initial k. Delta x is how much tokens you are trading in the trade, like how much you're adding to the system. Delta y is how much will come out of the system after the trade, like during the trade. X2 and Y2 are the final states of the pool. Okay, so if we are clear so far, let's just go through the question and see which ones are given and not. Like, so we can tick them or cross them. Yeah. So X was given, yeah.
X is
Suppose the
given.
pool opens with 10 and 5, yeah. So you're right
Yeah.
about that. And the agent comes in and trades 5 token X. So is that delta X or is that X2? Stella.
That's delta x.
Perfect, yeah. So we have that too. K is not given to us, but since we have the equation and we have X and Y, we'll be able to find it. But since it's not given, let's just put an X on K. Like, because we have to do something to find it.
Yeah.
And also
Then delta Y
we
is
don't-
not given.
We don't know
Yeah.
that.
And what is the thing that they're asking for is the real question. Which
Yeah.
of these following intervals represents the amount of token Y they will receive in the exchange?
Of token y, they will receive in exchange. Oh, so actually we need to. Actually, this
Yeah.
shouldn't be x. It should be a question mark.
Yeah. So that is the thing that we need to find, and the rest isn't given to us. Yeah.
Okay.
So now,
Wait,
yeah.
how is everyone feeling with this methodology? Because I like it a lot.
I like it. It's new to me, but I think it's a very pragmatic way to solve it. So I'm eager to go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So I mean, this is just because initially what was happening was, it seems like people are like a lot of these questions are comprehension questions, where you don't like sometimes you get confused. Are they asking the final value of y, or are they asking how much y came out of the system? And it's just much easier to from the get-go like know that this is what is asked, this is what is given, and then let's move on and proceed through the equations.
So, and since we have x, right, we can essentially write this equation out to find k, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm getting a little bit better at this.
Yeah, you're getting really good.
Oh, wait.
Bye,
Then
also.
I'm already making a mistake. This is great.
Thank you.
Nobody saw that.
Who wants
Yeah.
to tell me what k is? Because I don't want to type this in Wolfram right now. Can someone tell
That'll
me?
be 125 with 2 zeros. So
125,000.
Yeah.
Okay, two people at once didn't work. What's it?
125 00.
12500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be K.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
so we got K.
Okay. Yeah, it's K.
Hmm.
Ah, we have K. Okay, wait. Let me then correct this. Right. This is now
Correct. Yeah.
that.
And yeah, so the question seems to be to find delta y. We can use those equations that we have for delta y and delta x from the course, or we can derive them. This is what I usually do. I don't remember these equations, so what I do is, since I know delta x, another equation that we do know is x2 will be equal to x1 plus delta x, right?
Yeah.
So we can write that down and try to figure out what x2 is. Plus delta x, yeah? You
so
missed the plus sign,
Delta
yeah.
x equals x2.
Correct,
right?
yeah. And since we know x1 and delta x, we can actually find x2 now.
Okay, we know that is 10 plus 5.
Yeah.
Is x2 equals 15. So
Perfect, yeah.
delta x, x2 is 15. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We can do the
we
same
also
thing. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
No, you go.
We can do the same for y, right?
Yeah, but the thing is we still don't know y2 and
Yeah.
neither do we know delta y. So what happens is when you have one equation with two variables unknown, it's very hard to figure out the answer.
Yeah.
But that's when you know that whenever you have two unknowns in one equation, you know there needs to be another equation that we haven't used yet, and that is x2 square y2 cube is equal to k. Does that make sense? Like, because the pool will.
Sorry, can you please repeat it? I think
Yeah.
I didn't get it in full. So it's
Right. So
where?
so the final state of the pool should also solve the constant product, that rule, right? Like
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. So
It
we
has
use
to
it for
do
the
with
final.
condition of yeah, sure.
So since we know k and since we know x2, we can find y2 using the same equation as the first, like x square y cube is equal to k.
Oh, you're essentially saying x.
Yeah, y2 cube
You
should also be equal to k.
say,
Correct?
yeah. Sure.
And now in this equation we have we know k and we know x2, so we can find y.
Okay, this is the unknown. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we keep it that way, correct. And k we have.
K is
I found
right.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wait, running out of space. 1 second. Okay. Is that okay, or should I go? I can also go next to it so we can see everything.
Yeah, we can
Go
go next.
next to it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, so wait. What are we gonna do? We have
So
to
we-
get
yeah.
this to. We have to get this isolated, right? And this is a
Yeah.
multiplication, so we want to divide, correct?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you've taught me. I listen when you teach me shit.
No. But again, no. You already messed up.
Oh no!
No,
I'm
so-
messing up. Wait. Let me think.
I mean, not mess up. That was right. You could do that, but it doesn't help us get.
Yeah. No, I got you. We need this.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what
We
you
need
want.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
Okay. I can do this. I believe in me. Don't give up on me.
Yeah. So now we have y cube is equal to whatever's there on the left. We don't need to solve it yet. Like we can just leave it like that. 15 square. This is something we've not dealt with. But basically,
Good job.
yeah. In order to deal with the cube part, either again you can use something like Wolfram Alpha to just get the answer,
Yeah.
or you could raise both sides by 1/3.
Ooh, wait. What do I need to do? Shit, that's new.
So you put a bracket around both sides of the equation, right? And raise it by 1/3 instead of, so that 1/3 and 3 will get cut on the exponent side. So write 1/3 on the top of both the sides.
1/3.
Yeah, 1/3. Yeah, correct. On the left also. So whatever you do on the left, you can do on the right, right? So because we have the equality sign, so we are allowed to do that.
That's like our
And what will
creative
happen?
freedom as mathematicians, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Rohan, sorry. By doing this, we want to eliminate the polynomial 3,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
So what will happen is on the left side, it'll be whenever you have a bracket, like so y cube bracket raised to whatever other number, they both get multiplied. That's how like exponents can be manipulated. So what will happen is on the top of the left side, you'll have y2 3 multiplied by 1/3, and both will get cut, right? Because
Yeah.
3 multiplied by a third is like 1. Yeah.
You will be left with just y2 because we need to isolate to eventually get to this. We
Yeah,
don't want to
exactly.
have like y2 cubed, right? We want to have y2.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Perfect.
I get you. Okay. Someone
Yeah,
wants to help
so-
me with this? Like type it into
Uh,
the Wolfram Alpha, please.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
No time. We don't have time. No, just kidding. I'm so slow with Wolfram Alpha. It's an amazing tool, but I'm so slow with typing stuff in there. It's like I look like a grandmother using a phone. This is how it feels.
Okay, I'm doing it. 15,
Thank you.
12. And then entire thing is raised by 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is basically, so if you raise something by 1 by 2, that's a square root. 1 by 3 is a cube,
Yeah.
is what. So the answer is 500 by 27. For now, yeah. We'll leave it like this.
We will leave it
And-
like this, right? Because we don't
Yeah.
want to go to the point of decimals or shit. Okay.
Yeah.
got you.
So now we got this too, perfect. Now
No, but,
delta y is what?
No, but it basically it's asking for a range. So
Oh, sorry, I didn't read that well. Which of the following intervals represents the amount of token y they will receive? What does that mean? One sec.
it's asking for a point.
Yeah, but we can get to the point once we have the last.
Delta y. Yeah.
The last
So
one
actually,
solved. No. Can we not?
divide by how do you get 27?
Because yeah, actually, something seems wrong here. One sec. My bad.
No,
Oh, it's oh, sorry,
Try
sorry.
that. I
No, this is
I'm
wrong.
gonna
This
do
is wrong.
that.
My bad.
no, you divide by 5 first.
No, he's right.
So it'll be 25 by 3. So it'll be some.
Yeah, it's 3.8157 something. It's not 500 by 27. You're right. I typed it wrong on Wolfram.
Kojak, our master of math in the brain, because he's my
Yeah.
generation.
So we can actually, instead of y2, we can just write this 3.8157.
3 point. Oh wait, let me
Yeah.
actually eradicate this here.
Yeah.
3.57. Is that what it is?
3.8157.
What?
3.8157.
Yeah. 8157. Okay.
Yeah.
No. What? So you took the cube root.
Yeah.
Okay. You first the thing and see the answer. See the.
Oh, you mean in the Google sheet?
The choice, yeah.
Right, but we'll get delta y, right? Like, so then we'll be able to answer. Oh, that's why they're saying ranges. Okay, that makes sense.
So we're still missing one number, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that's not our answer yet. Yeah, we have
No,
to
no,
find
no, no.
delta y. Yeah, just put it in. So we'll finish it off and we'll get the answer. So what we have delta y is 10 minus 3.157.
Wait, why do I need to solve everything? Luther, what do I need to do next? What do we need to do to get delta y to one side?
Yes, we have to eliminate the 10 on this hand side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
So we subtract 10 on both sides.
Yes. Right? So it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
isolated on this side. And we have here 3.8157
7 minus,
minus 10, which
which is negative of 6.1842 something.
okay, so this is our delta y. So now we
Yeah,
can
so now-
go onto our beautiful Excel sheet and be like
0 to
what's
10. Yeah.
0 to 10. That's the answer, right?
Yeah.
How's it 0 to 10?
Because our answer, like the delta y that comes out for when we trade 5 delta x, we get a 6.1842.
Oh, but we get a negative one.
That just
Yeah.
means that it's leaving the system.
Oh, see, I would not. Shit. I would not.
So
have
that's the
guessed
thing.
that.
Like, because you did y1 plus delta y is y2, what happened? The math itself tells you whether or not something's increasing in the pool or decreasing in the pool. Since you assumed a plus sign, what that means is but the answer came negative. What that basically means is instead of adding something to the pool, the opposite has happened, which means something has come out of the pool.
Oh,
So
represents
y1
the
is
amount of
smaller than
token
y2.
Y they will receive in exchange. Got you.
Correct.
Okay, now it
Y2
makes
is
sense.
smaller than y1 is what we got. Yeah.
Okay, got you. I don't know, Kodak, how do you feel about this? Tell us.
Yeah, no, so no, no. Rohan, you're saying that because you got a negative,
Yeah.
you're saying that tokens have been taken out of the pool. Fine, agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, but then how do you get zeros? What's
Okay,
the answer
so-
actually?
Yeah, so what has happened is in the question they've asked, which of the following intervals represents the amount of token Y that they'll receive in the exchange, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the word receive, when you're converting it mathematically, that means negative sign in our system. So if you would have instead of writing y1 plus delta y is equal to y2, you should have actually written y1 minus delta y is equal to y2.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
Right.
because
But
it's
it doesn't matter. Like that's the thing. You can actually stick to this, and the math will tell you what the sign should have been. But what that just means is the way you define delta y, you should have actually defined it as minus of delta y, and that is the receive. Yeah.
I should have done
no.
this already here when looking for it, right? I should have already
No,
said.
equation only. Only in the equation you changed it. But yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But the point is the reason since we got 6.1842, we looked at all of the options. By the way, in the options when you see, right, this is a common notation that people don't tell. Like it's something we use in math, physics, etc. That when you have a square bracket, it means including 0, and when you have a curved bracket, it means not including 10. Does that make sense? So like we are looking at an interval where 0 is included. So if 0 was the answer, it would have been the first one. So it's 0 to 10, but not including 10. The next interval is 10 to 12. But since our answer is 6.18, it comes between 0 and 10. And therefore, that's the answer for us. Does that make sense, Koja?
So we're looking for
One second. One
sorry.
second. So it's only asking you for the y. I mean, not x and y. Only y. Correct?
It's asking us for delta y. It's asking us for how much tokens were received from the system. So that's
sorry,
why.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that was the only thing which.
Yeah.
Rohan,
Yeah.
just one question. So I choose the interval which is the closest to the results that we calculated.
Not even closest. So when they say interval, they're saying that there's a range, like a number range, right, from 0 to
Yes.
whatever. So 6.18 comes between 0 and 10,
Yes.
and
But
therefore
it also becomes between 10 and 12. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I
it
see.
doesn't. Yeah.
Oh, I
May
see.
May I intervene?
Yeah.
Somehow
on this?
I'm looking for the best fit.
No. Yeah.
My number should be inside
Inside the
the
range. Correct.
interval.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Stella, you were saying something?
Yeah, I heard this from the kitchen. Sorry, I had to take my medicine. I just was like, oh shit, I forgot that this morning.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking, did you guys talk about the difference between delta y and y2? Was that just
Yeah,
the
that's
point?
Kojak was
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, so Kodak, I had this too. I was like fairly confused about it and had a huge discussion about it the other day with Rohan.
Yeah.
I get really emotional. I'm like, this makes no sense. But now it's making sense if you look at y1 as the original state, delta y, what's been taken out or put back in, depending, right? And y2 being like the new state. I was like, before I confused those two things. I don't know if that helps you, like if you phrase it like this in your mind, but it helped me. Probably you don't even need this because you get this way better than I do. Okay.
And the main also thing to remember is
Yes.
the way we build our equations, like for example y1 plus delta y or y1 minus delta y, both are valid because delta y is just whatever you say it is, right? in this case, what when we say plus delta y, what we're saying is something is increasing in the system because we're adding it to y1, and it came out to be negative. So that means it was removed. But if you would have defined it as minus delta y from the beginning in the equation, what it would have meant, what delta y would have meant would have been how much has come out of the system. So then it would have come positive. So the signs actually represent something physical for us in this case. So you have to pay attention to what they're asking. You just see how much tokens are received. This is a different question than how much tokens increase in the system, because both of those are opposites of each other, right? Yeah.
Kojak, did you have another question that was like specifically hard for you, or just any kind of questions from the sheet?
Yeah. From the sheet, basically, 1 minute.
Let's go up. Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Yeah. Lutra, you too, by the way, right? If you have like a specific one you want to do together, let's do it. And also,
Thanks for that, but I'm fine. So let's move on.
Yeah.
okay, cool. You're just good with anything we solve. Okay, cool.
Yeah, really, exactly. So I do not have some kind of specific question. So it's fine for me if you just go along with Kojak or your questions, and let's do it, just.
Yeah. So, yeah, you'll continue because I'm just opening up my Excel. I mean, that
Yeah.
sheet. Once again, it's taking a bit of time, but
So the one below, right?
I can
I think 20.
I can say number 70 is entirely false.
Is any aspect of this?
which one? Which one is that?
says-
17 one?
This number 17, row 17, true or false? In the design phase, it is considered bad practice for a token engineer to revise any aspect of the system. I would say that's false.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
No,
think
yeah,
you're right,
see-
Stella.
Yeah.
Yay! One
Give me 1
question!
second, I'll be done.
Oh, here, this one is a nice one because we can actually test it out, right? We can put this into Desmos and just look at it and be sure what kind of shape this is. If I'm not correct, if I'm not. Oh wait. So that's
The
the
reasons
shape.
why a constant, something about the constant product. Sorry, constant sum. Hello.
Yeah.
Kojak, can we do this one first? Because it's kind of easy, but it's kind of not easy. Increasing concave up, increasing concave down, decreasing concave down, or decreasing concave up. So if we solve for y as a function of x on the interval of 0 to infinity.
So 0 onwards. So
like
we're not looking at the curve on the left. Yeah. We're looking at the curve on the right.
Yeah, we look on the one of the right, and this is concave, no? And
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah. But first, let's see increasing or decreasing. Is it decreasing or is it increasing as x increases?
It's
It's
decreasing,
increasing.
right?
Yeah, it's decreasing. You're right.
Wait,
Um,
why is it decreasing?
No. As x increases, right? As we go from 0 to infinity,
Yeah.
like towards the right,
Oh, that's
the
decreasing.
value of the curve
Yeah.
drops. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And concave up or concave down is again like just visually, does it look like this or does it look like this? Concave. I don't know if you know concave, convex or something.
Concave up.
Yeah, concave up. You're right.
Concave
So
up.
another way to solve this actually is, can you open Wolfram Alpha
Yeah. Wait.
and just type yeah.
Just type it in there.
Yeah.
I hate
So
Wolfram
the
Alpha.
first derivative, by the way, first derivative of any function, like when no, you'll have to remove the c dot. I think you'll have to just keep just cut it. Yeah, this should work. Yeah. So
Hyperbola. Okay, that's
yeah, let's go
great.
down. We're looking at the derivatives. Actually, can you write it in terms of y is equal to k by x? Like, so we isolate the y. Yeah, k divided by x. So that's another way of writing the same
Gotcha.
function.
Okay.
So when we look at the derivatives, have they written? So if you look at the derivative, right, the first derivative, which is the thing they've shown us, is negative of k by x square.
Yeah.
K is going to be positive. X square is going to always be positive because the square of a number is always positive. So what that means is it's the derivative is the first derivative is negative, which is the property we need for a constant product market maker. Simply because what that means is that when X in the pool increases, you want the price to decrease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is when you have a negative sign on the right side. When your answer is negative, first derivative is negative, that means it's going to decrease always. So this curve will always decrease.
Yes.
And the second derivative, which they've not given here, but we can just type it out, like give us the derivatives one. The second derivative being positive tells us whether it's concave up or concave down. So the reason I'm especially mentioning this to you is because in yesterday's like TE exercises, Penland, like in the advanced section, this was the question that was there. Like, what properties do we need in the curves? What we need is the first derivative needs to be negative, the second derivative needs to be positive, and that's basically us. Like that's the only major requirements that we need to map supply demand in the real world.
Okay.
But yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. One more question. Thank you, Juan.
Yeah.
Kojak, one more question. We have 10 more minutes. Pump it out. Kojak? Kojak.
Let's try a constant sum one.
A constant someone.
Because we tried not the constant product, but we tried the polynomial one, which was even harder actually than constant sum.
Suppose we have a constant product.
No, so we'll have to find some line equation. I think lower. Oh, the ones with fees is we'll just have to get those formula out. I think we tried that yesterday, right? The one with the fees.
Let's do Alice. Let's solve Alice.
Okay.
Because why not?
Which number is it? Sorry. Which number is it?
Alice is number 33.
33. All right. Thanks.
Because why not? You know, it's not like I have a real preference here, but why not? So, okay. Wait, what are we looking for? We are looking for.
Now that's the pools we are talking about.
Huh?
So there's pool 1 and pool 2.
Hey, Rohan. Bye, Rohan.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, I'm stopping now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we have pool 1 is created by some tokens, and then there's pool 2, which is created by some tokens. Which of the following statement about Alice's decision is valid? So we'll have to actually look at statements also.
Yeah, we do.
Pool 1 will be more attractive because it has lower token X spot price. So we have to find out spot prices for both pools.
Okay, wait, let me actually make a note on this.
And slippage. Yeah, so slippage and spot prices are what they have basically asked us for.
Slippage. Spot price. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. So luckily for us, spot price formula is actually very easy. It's the first derivative of the... Is it the first? No, that is the spot price. So it's just minus y by x will be the spot price for x.
Okay.
So spot price is equal to minus y by x. It's something we have to write. And then we have to do it for both the pools and see which one is a better spot price.
Okay, so wait. So you had an existing formula for this, right?
Yeah.
Can you say it again? Sorry.
Yeah, so first let's make two columns, pool 1 and pool 2.
Mm-hmm.
and pool 2. 2 columns, so like we can like solve it underneath.
Compare.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, and then we can draw a line in the middle here, so to divide them. And yeah, so now let's for pool 1. We know the spot price formula is minus y by x, like y1 by x1.
Can you say again? Sorry.
A spot price is equal to minus y by x divided by x.
Oh, divided by x. Okay.
Yeah. Is it minus or plus? Doesn't matter, I think, for us. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I guess just y by x is the answer. Like we don't need the minus also. So what we'll so now we have to just check for both the pools. In the first pool, we know that x is 1000 and y is 100. So let's look at the spot price for the pool 1. Yeah.
Y equals 100. Okay.
Yeah, correct. So spot
So-
price is equal to 100.
Okay, so this is 100.
Yeah. No, wait, y. Okay, yeah, you're right. Y is 100, yeah. So 1 by
Right.
10. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And what's for pool 2?
Well, pool 2 is created with 5,000 token eggs. Sorry.
Yeah.
And 500.
Y is 7. Yeah.
I think it doesn't make any kind of difference. Is this where we're gonna end up with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Okay,
The
good.
spot price is the same. And I think what they're trying to get us to notice is even the spot price of the same slippage will be different.
Okay.
Yes, and I guess the pool with the higher liquidity will be the better one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, no, so that'll be, yeah, okay, 5 by 50.
And then what
1 by
is
10.
1 by 10? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so which
So
of the
that's-
following
So
spot
that's,
price? Yeah.
that's spot price, right? Let me make this here a little bit more clear for people who might be watching this.
For slippage, we'll have to look for the formula again, like in our
Yeah. Can
perform. I think it's in the performance indicators. Let me see. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so
slippage
What do you-
is what formula?
yeah, you'll have to bear with me here. Wait, let me actually screenshot this. It'll be easier.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I can put it in here. Sounds good.
yeah.
Can you send it me through Discord?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what my
Just in
thing
a
was.
visual learner study group. That's good enough.
How do I take a screenshot? Okay, yeah, I can just download this.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know
you
why.
can save them as graphics as well.
I can put this in the chat here. Sorry. Yeah, I put it in the chat here. It's loading. Yep.
Oh, I'm just reading Lakshman's comment in the side chat. He couldn't,
Yeah, even
he
I'm-
couldn't stick around, sadly. Okay,
Mm.
no problem. We still like you, dude. Okay.
So yeah, x in the, brackets y plus. I mean, so intuitively, we can tell that the pool 2 has more liquidity for both the tokens,
Yeah.
and the ratios are the same, and therefore pool 2 should have lesser slippage. Like just intuitively, that's what we should.
Yes.
But let's figure out through this formula, so we can.
Fine, let's do it.
So the thing is, x in. So x in basically for us is delta x, and we
Oh,
can
no.
we can take any delta x. Like we can choose a delta x of our choice. Or let's take like I don't know 10 or something.
Oh, you're sure? We can just do that?
Yeah. Yeah, because we want to see. I mean, we'll have to see the options again unless they've given us a delta x. But it
So-
shouldn't matter because.
So
Yeah.
we are just doing an example by
Yeah.
doing an exchange.
Yeah.
And for the sake of the argument, just use, we want to exchange 10 units, right?
So we want to do 10 on both and see which one is better for us.
Yeah.
Like which one has less slippage.
Okay.
So what we do is 10. Yeah.
10 times a y. Okay. Right?
No, there's a bracket in the middle. Yeah.
Wait, what? Is this wrong?
There's a bracket in the middle, right? Like x in bracket, then y upon x plus x in.
Oh, you're on this one. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm very sorry. Okay, so, let's write out the formula. So in our case, it's delta x, right? And it's our normal y that we have here. And then it's x plus delta x. And then minus y by x. That's our formula, right? So
we have 10.
We have 10 times
100
divided
upon
through
1010
times
no plus 10.
Oh, sorry.
It's
plus,
addition. Yeah.
Minus 100 divided through 1000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So should I just do this quickly?
Thank you.
1010
Much appreciated.
by 10. So we have 1000 minus 1 upon 1000 minus 10, you get 1010 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. We cancel this. We have, what is it, 90. We have something like 990 by 1010 if I've done it right, but we don't know. So 99 by 101.
99 divided through 100 by 1?
No, 100 and 1 is on the bottom, like 101, 101. 99 divided by 101. So that's, basically around 1 somewhere here.
10 is 10. Is that
101? Just divide by 101, that's it.
So 101.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
And the other pool, let's do it the same way. 10 multiplied by
500. You can already, if you want, you can already type it in.
Yeah, I'm doing on my minus. What is the y again? 500. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
I'm getting.
It's getting so exciting now.
So I'm getting this number to be higher, which doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I've done something wrong.
Rohan,
Have I?
do you
I don't know.
need Wolfram Alpha help from me?
Okay, wait, no, let me just do
seems
it.
wrong.
I think my hand will be faster. Oh, it's 5,000. That's why I messed up. Okay, wait. I copied it wrong.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like 500.
Usually the answer is always 42.
Yeah.
I
You're right.
agree, Rudra. It's always 42.
So 5,000 minus 1 upon 5010. That is the answer. So it's 4,999 divided by 5010. So
4,499?
no, 4,999. Yeah, remove one of the fours. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, sure.
Yeah. 4,999 and divide by 5010. Yeah. So we can, like, the second one is smaller than the first one. We can, visually see it. And if you wanna do it on a calculator, we can do it.
Yes.
4,999.
Or you're doing it?
Do it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And not
So the
exist.
second pool is 0.9978 and 99 by 101 will be
Which problem is this?
0.98 01. Yeah, so it's wait, that doesn't make sense, right? We've done something wrong here because I would assume slippage for the second pool has to be lower.
Yeah. But I think it's right because it is lower. I think we need to think about the deviation from 1.
Oh, really? No, slippage amount is just actual minus expected. So this is straight up like how much you will lose in the trade, like from
Yeah.
what you were expecting.
Yeah, how much you lose. And if you think about 1 minus 0.9978 will deliver you less loss than.
But why are we doing 1 minus something?
Which problem is this?
Oh, this is
Alice
the
has
problem on the
something.
screen. You can see Alice has some token X. I think it's 20 something. What was it? 33 or something?
Or 33, question 33.
Yeah. No, we have calculated something wrong somewhere, is my opinion.
So we've done a failure in calculation, is what you're saying?
Yeah, some math we did wrong. Okay, you know what? Like the easier, okay, we can actually just increase the slippage amount, like, I mean, the amount, the trade amount to like, let's do, let's do 100 trade because that'll make the much bigger difference. So at least our numbers will be different. But I really do think.
Wait, I'm Wolfram alphaing this now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because why not, right? Let's maybe I'll also get more used to using this, which is probably a good idea. So you're saying we're placing our delta x instead of 10, we're doing 100, right? So we get to a bigger amount. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna.
Y is, yeah.
This stays all the same, right? So there is no change. We cannot change this randomly.
Yeah. 1,000
plus
100.
100, exactly. Minus.
And then we have minus y by x, which is 1,000. No, sorry, 100 by 1,000.
100 by 1,000.
And we close the bracket. Yeah,
And
this should be our first answer.
And enter, right?
Yeah. So 0.909.
Okay. Right, let me quickly add this. So this is actually minus.
Who's Wolfram Alpha is this? I mean, like, is it a free version or something like that?
Yeah, you just Google it. It's a free version.
Wolfram Alpha is
Google?
my new best friend, almost.
Okay, so we can just make changes directly here, actually. Yeah, exactly. 500, 5,000, and 500. With that, yeah, we shouldn't change the answer, but 5,000, yeah.
And that stays. Yeah. So
0.196, okay, yeah. So we got less, so fine. Yeah, so we had done some calculation somewhere.
Which 33 is it?
Oh yeah, 33rd question, yeah. The one about slippage and like the 4 options that I given.
Yeah, the answer is pool 2 will be more attractive?
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But
you were trying to prove it by actually finding the spot price and the slippage.
Yeah, but actually, you don't have to do that. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Right. But I mean, like, because I mean, the whole session here was supposed to be like how to do the math.
Yeah. I got the point. Okay. There are some weird questions which.
Which ones?
wait, stop.
Like,
Guys.
Which of the following is a drawback of a constant sum automatic market maker? Select all that apply.
Yeah.
I think that's a bullshit
We done the
question.
test, Stella. We can go up to that one.
Yeah, wait a second. Before we move on, Actually, we're not answering the question here because we cannot say pool 2 will be more attractive because it has a lower token X spot price than pool 1, because the spot price is the same for both pools.
Ah,
That
correct.
cannot be the right answer.
Yeah.
Right. What's the other options? Pool 1 will be more attractive because the trade will experience less slippage. No. Pool 1 will be more. Okay, so first and second are not the answer. Third is not the answer. Pool 2 will be more attractive. Yeah,
That's
this
the
one.
one.
That's the answer.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. Thank
No,
you.
no.
Okay, Kojak, go. Which line are you in?
No, which one were you trying to answer? Just now.
The same one, 33rd one.
That was just 33rd.
33rd.
Just making sure
We're trying to
Yeah.
find the answer.
No. And what was your conclusion? It's not pool 2 will be more attractive.
No,
Yeah,
pool
it
2
was
will
the
be more
last-
attractive because of less slippage. Yeah.
I missed
Yes,
out on this option. All good. I only
Yeah.
saw
Okay.
like until this option on my sheet, and most questions only have like 4 optional answers, right? So I was like, sorry, I got confused.
Okay.
All good. We're
Stella,
all
can
good.
you can you search
Okay.
in the tweet for all that
Yeah.
apply? I think that one is the one he has a issue with.
Which one?
Like, can you search all that apply? ALL that apply. Yeah. Yeah,
Which number is it?
Number 4.
The fourth one.
Pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we had tried to answer it yesterday. Why isn't it saved? Stella, didn't you color them yesterday?
Yeah, I colored them, but that's a different sheet.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So here, Kojak, like the main thing about constant sum market makers is it keeps the price between the two items like X and Y the same no matter what's happening in the external markets, right? Or even internal markets. Like the X and Y will
Yeah.
always trade against each other at a particular.
I know. I know that, but the answers.
Yeah.
I mean, which do you think are the answers?
Okay. So according to me, first one is the answer. It is possible
Yeah.
to run out of assets.
Yeah.
Computing the price after each trade requires no, because it's very easy. It stays the same. Traders may not be able to find counterparties.
No,
That also is
no,
not true because they have automated. The price is set only once and does not change in response. Yeah, that is a drawback.
Yeah.
And price is highly volatile. No, that's not the answer. What's the other one?
Slippage is higher for this type of market.
No, there's no slippage because again, the spot price is the same as the effective price at all points. So it's only the answer 4 and 1.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
marked the thing. Okay, because
Yeah, you're right.
Were you down?
I mean, that's the reason why we shift to constant product, right?
Correct, yeah. Because we want it to display that supply demand characteristic where X, if it goes down, the price should also change accordingly. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually I was confused about slippage because I forgot that what you just mentioned, that the spot price and the executive prices will be the same for a constant market. I forgot that aspect. Okay, and the fifth one.
Fifth question.
Yeah. The next question. Is it okay, Stella? I mean, if you go to the next one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which of the following types of markets is most vulnerable to price misalignment with other markets?
Oh, we saw this
Constant
yesterday.
sum. Yeah, we did this too. Yeah. Yeah, Stella, you answer this. This one's on you.
Yeah,
Wait, this
a
one
constant
is on
product.
me?
Yeah, we did this yesterday. You should.
Yeah. So this is a constant product market with more than 2 assets.
No, so I thought most vulnerable to price misalignment with other markets. I don't with more than 2 assets. Oh, okay. This one I'll have to think of. See, constant sum definitely.
Yeah.
So answer 1 for sure. Traditional order book wouldn't have that issue.
Can only be number 1.
Constant product with 2 assets shouldn't have that issue. All of these types are highly responsive to
No.
price changes. No. So the only question is for answer 3, right? Like that's the one. With
Answer 3, a constant product market maker with more than 2 assets. I mean, that would be what's the protocol
I would
is
assume
doing
no.
that? Is that curve
I mean, this
finance?
is like a pool on balancer or curve, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would assume no, because if
No.
there was a misalignment, some arbitrager will come and take advantage
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true for everything.
No, that's not true for constant sum, because constant sum will just run out of the asset if it won't, the price won't change.
But what about
No.
traditional order book?
You're being asked in which market will the price will have the most price misalignment,
Misalignment with other markets.
not alignment.
Then
No,
that
I-
would be
That
then that would
misalignment
be a
I
traditional.
think the
Wait.
assumption is
What
in
about the
the real world.
traditional order book?
Yeah. Then that would be that would be the one that has the most possibility of misalignment. I agree.
No.
Which
What?
one?
The traditional.
The
order book.
traditional, I think,
No,
traditional order book.
No,
a
definitely not.
traditional order book is the market. It is the most aligned one.
Yeah, the stock market, that's
Yeah.
a traditional order book.
Yeah, how you? I mean, are you saying that this is the one which is most misaligned with?
No, I think the stock market will always have, like, it'll find a way to.
Yeah.
balance it.
Yeah, it is
So
the
it's about-
benchmark. It is your automatic market maker. One of the fundamental flaws it is dependent upon external market, and an order book is not dependent. It's a market. It's an ecosystem by itself.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wait. How are we
So it should be
defining
the-
order book?
Yeah,
Are
it
we
should- so it should be
defining
three-
order book
I mean-
according to chapter 3, or are we defining it as the stock market? What kind of
Order
So
order
no,
book are we
the stock
talking
market
about?
uses a traditional order book method
Yes.
for finding pairs of buyers and sellers.
Stella. See, one order book market. See, like the New York Stock Exchange defines. I mean, almost the whole U.S. market.
No, I
Yeah.
get that, but
Yeah.
I'm always questioning because this is all based on chapter 3, right?
Yeah.
And the way in
Yeah.
chapter 3 the traditional order book is explained, it is being explained as being faulty in a sense,
Hmm.
right? And this is
No,
why
but
it
the-
makes me doubt that this is not the one
Yeah.
that is the most vulnerable because it's run by people, right? So if he is referring
Yeah.
to a traditional order book in the sense of being run through people
Yeah.
instead of an algorithm, then it makes it questionable if that in fact is not the most vulnerable one. It
No,
depends on what
the-
this question is actually
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think we should clarify what do we understand with misalignment.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if misalignment, is it the way our AMM reacts? If that's the misalignment, then clearly constant sum is
Yeah.
the less attractive one. But if we interpret it as a connection between markets, I'm not sure about the right answer.
No, so my opinion is that so let's say, like, in the real world, something happens, like somehow everybody buys all the gold and, like, gold prices just go up, right?
Yeah.
And or like whatever, some asset price goes up. I feel like constant sum market maker will be the worst one. Like, that will not
Yes. Okay.
react to anything that's happening. It'll be very misaligned because within the constant sum market maker, the asset prices will stay the same and it will not react to the external world. The other markets will not be able to affect it.
I agree with you, Rohat, for this thing. It is not the traditional order book. It's most probably one. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I thought it was D. I mean, the third one.
Yeah, third one also. I mean, I'm a little confused about, but I think I think we have to assume that arbitrages exist because
So, if arbitrages exist, then why not all these types of markets are highly responsive to.
yeah, so all of them are except the constant sum. That's why.
Hmm.
Constant sum will not change its price by definition, so arbitrages can't do anything there. Like, I mean, they can't change the prices there. They can
Yeah.
take out all the assets and that's it. Then the market is over.
So just
Yeah.
to repeat, you're essentially saying the misalignment is between the system of a constant sum automated market maker and the real world, right? This is where the misalignment
Yeah.
happens. You're not saying the different markets that happen within A constant.
No, so it's like this, Stella. Like the misalignment of the prices between two assets within the market maker
Yeah.
in comparison with the world. So if
Yeah.
the price of silver divided by the price of gold in like an in inside a market maker is some number, and the outside world is some other number, then which market will be able to react to that change? Everyone except the constant sum.
Got you.
Okay. And because every other way is going to react to the real world changes,
Yeah.
except of the constant sum. That's the reason why that's the worst case, and that's the reason why question 1 would be the possible right answer.
Yeah.
So if we know that the prices of like for example, by definition, if dollar and USD, like the cryptocurrency, right? If those values are supposed to be the same, then we can make a constant sum market maker for them, because it actually makes no sense to have a constant product on something like Tether versus USDC or something, right? Like, because they by definition are supposed to be $1, and you want them to, so constant sums make sense when you have assets which are by definition a certain price, like to each other.
Stables.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we look at can we look at 21? You have two equations.
Okay, let's do one more, but then I really have to run Kojak, and we have to postpone the rest for next week. I hope that's okay.
Let's
What
do that.
line? 21?
Yeah, 21. You can probably load Desmos.
Oh, this one's a hard one, I remember. I mean, conceptually, if someone wants to trade token X into the pooled.
I think we can't finish it right now.
No, but again, like, so basically, the way you solve this is you find the slope of the curve, and since slope is equal to the spot price, that's how you answer it. Like, it'll be, the one in which he gets more of the other token is the answer. So the way I would go about it is try to write the line equation as y is equal to mx plus c, m being the slope, and the whatever the m's I find in both of the ones, they will tell me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the slope of y with respect to x will be more in one equation. Correct.
Yeah, in one of the equation, and that will be the more attractive.
Yeah. So it will be
so in one of them it's 2 by 5 and one of them is 5 by 2.
it became
So I think the 2 by 5 one is the answer. Like the first one is the
the
answer.
slope. Yeah. I didn't think of that. Really getting old.
I will
getting
make this
senile.
my homework. I'm going to try and solve this. That's my...
Write a hint underneath, Stella, that you have to find slopes. Like slopes have the spot prices in them.
Find
And
slopes.
that's the case with every curve, right? Like even in the constant product market maker, when we got the spot price as minus y by x, which we used in the last question, the minus y by x was actually the slope of the curve.
Yeah.
Because if you take the first derivative, you get minus k by x square, is what we'd seen in Wolfram alpha, if you remember.
Yeah.
And k is equal to y into x. So when you cut the x's, you get y by x only. So
wait, I just need to... Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, find slopes. Slopes are the spot prices. That's all you need to remember.
Slopes are spot prices. Okay.
Yeah. And since there's no slippage in constant sum market makers, it doesn't matter. Like that is the effective price. In a constant sum market maker, the spot price is the effective price. Like that is the price you're gonna get. There's no slippage.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. This is my homework. Like along.
And another way to conceptually understand if you're stuck, Stella, is just take both the curves and actually see if I add one token to the curve, how much delta y will I get out. So if you do that, you'll find out that in one of them you'll get more.
Okay. Fine. All right.
Yeah.
I will do that. My goodness. Okay, so much to do. Guys, I originally I wanted to suppose propose that we move on to chapter 4, but we might just want to do one more session on this if you are okay with it. And since it's just us for now, maybe it's actually okay to do it. Would that be okay with you?
Anything
Would
works.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
Would be fine for me.
Awesome. Then let's do it.
I don't think we need an entire lecture. Maybe
Yeah.
like 1.5 hours. We don't need, definitely. We can.
What about this one? If someone of us really has still some problems with finding the solution to one of the exam answers,
Yeah.
we're going through it. It might be
Yeah.
question, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 or something like that, which will take us about 30, 45 minutes, and then we could spend the rest for chapter 4.
Yeah, perfect. I think that's right.
That's perfect. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
But
great.
unless you are struggling with going through the question this week, so maybe if you won't be able to give time to module 4, that's I guess that's that.
What do we have to do for
I might
module
have
4?
to poke you.
Yeah.
I might have to poke you.
What
but
do we
I
have
will
to
try.
prepare for module 4? Just starting the lecture on Token Engineering Academy? Or is there something else to do?
Try the first 4 chapters in
4 chapters.
module 4. That would be the idea. It's also going to be in the
Okay.
slides. After I upload the video again, it will have the link to the slides as well. Although I can also put the slides in here right now. Then you have that and you don't need to wait
module
for it.
4 chapters.
Here,
Alright,
this
got
is
it.
the slides. And this is where you find the link to the Excel sheet. This is where you find the link to the Python sessions if you want to review them. It's all in there. It's all in there.
This time, I think instead of making slides, we could like module 4, we can just run through in Google Collab.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. This was kind of the last one. I think we will only do slides again when we go to
Right? Yeah.
governance with chapter 4,
Yeah.
5.
Apparently, governance is a very long module. Like it's as long as the first 3 combined or something.
Yeah, I
okay.
know. It's a very thorough one. Makes a lot
Very
of
good.
sense.
Like
though.
people have really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think it's the most. Rohan, I mean, have you finished the whole course?
No, I've not started module 5.
Okay. Because I thought that was the module 5 is the most important one.
Yeah, it does. Like for me also, because I'm interested in that the most. In all of
Yeah,
this.
I mean, I think that's the most application-oriented one.
Okay.
I
That
think
sounds
that's
exciting.
the one we're keeping for our reward after going through like computing
Yeah.
and mathematical heavy stuff. It's like, okay, let's do some social engineering next. Woo.
Yeah. Okay.
No, the thing is that, okay, I mean, whole T's is a combination of, say, maths and, let's say, social engineering, as you called it. But ultimately, the maths aspect is kind of static. I mean, like kind of thing. But what will really keep varying and what you're trying to capture is the social aspect. You're trying to, I mean, we're not trying to build a machine or something like that. We are actually trying to.
Because I mean, primarily it's a socio-technical system. Like
Exactly. Yeah. It's a social. That's where, I mean, okay, no, let me not start on that one.
All right. Okay, guys. See you next week.
Okay,
Cool.
Thanks for the
Thanks so
session.
much, guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, bye.
See you
guys.
next week then, right?
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
guys. The thing I was stuck at this. Anyway, thanks.